Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for being so consistent. In today's video, I am here to talk about the easiest passport to get in Africa. Is this the truth or is it just a misconception? Now, I live in Liberia. Liberia is located in West Africa, and Liberia is one of the world's most politically corrupt nations. And because of that, a lot of individuals believe that people have easy access to passports in Liberia. Now, I am here to share my journey getting a passport as a Liberian born in Liberia. How was it like for me? First of all, there are three kinds of passport in Liberia. We have the diplomatic passport, the official passport, and the ordinary passport. Now, the diplomatic passport is given to all Liberian diplomats outside of Liberia and their dependents. The ordinary passport is what I'm going for. It is given to all Liberians, irrespective of status in society. You can be a market woman, you can be pushing wheelbarrow, you can be selling on the street, you can be doing literally anything. You can be a student, you can be working at a local branch of government. You will get the ordinary passport. Now, the official passport is given to people who are affiliated with government or more likely government officials who have official business outside of the country. They are given the business passport. Now, let us talk about the ordinary passport process. First of all, there are certain things you need in order to get the ordinary passport in Liberia. One, you need to prove that you're a citizen of Liberia. And in order to prove that you're a citizen of Liberia, you need a few things. You need your birth certificate, you need your voter registration card, and you need a passport. You also need the national identification card. Now, you only need a passport if this is a renewal process. But if you're just about to get a passport, obviously you don't have a passport, so you cannot show them a passport, right? So as for me, I have a birth certificate. All the time I was doing my passport, I had a birth certificate and the national identification card. Also my voter registration card. Election is in October, but I was able to get my voter registration card like a few months back because I live in Montserrat, and Montserrat was one of the first counties that did the voter registration process. The main document that you can carry to the foreign ministry is the birth certificate. They need to know if your parents are from Liberia. And if your parents are not from Liberia, you will need to do oath of allegiance, which includes you going to the court, writing a document, claiming that you want to be a Liberian. I didn't have to go through that process because I was born in Liberia to a Liberian mother. So I carry my birth certificate to the foreign ministry. Now, this is a tip. We know how people always say things in Liberia are really hard to deal with, Liberian man time, Liberian man blah blah blah. Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but if you are facing a passport in Liberia, you have to be on time. You have to get rid of that whole Liberian mentality and actually be on time. And I'm talking as early as 7 a.m. When I was doing my passport process, the first day I went there was 4 p.m. 3 p.m. Sorry, and the security told me that, oh, you cannot see the passport director right now. You have to come back tomorrow. And he told me that, oh, you need to bring a birth certificate. You will photocopy it and attach it to the passport application form. Now, the problem I had with the security, let me just go step by step. So the following day, I dedicated it to the whole passport process. I was in town 7:12, like 12 minutes past 7 a.m. I got there in the line I saw. It was huge. I was like, whoa, Liberians are here this early. When people are doing passport like that, people believe that they're going America. But let's just forget about the America part. So this is a tip that you should know. When you're doing a passport in Liberia, there is the passport application online. There is a website. I had no idea. When you go to the securities at foreign ministry, they don't give you that option. They don't let you know that, oh, there is a form that you can fill in online. They don't do that. They will tell you that, oh, go to the boys that are sitting next to the foreign ministry and they will help you to do the form for you, and they will print it out for 5 USD. 5 USD plus 200. Mind you, 5 USD, when I was doing my passport, 5 USD was 850 LD. Now it is almost 1000 LD. So imagine paying that amount plus 200 LD just for something that you could have done online, and just because you were not informed, the securities did not see it necessary to inform you, decided to send you somewhere for you to pay that much amount. It was crazy. And when you're paying the boys there to do your form for you, like I did, you have to be very, very careful. Don't just give them your information and turn your back. Make sure that they're actually putting the things down that are on your birth certificate. Because if, for example, if Lauretta B Cisse is on my birth certificate, my passport cannot have Lauretta Birane Cisse. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't work like that. You need to carry the same name throughout on all your official documents. So my father's name, my mother's name, the boy that did the form, he made an error with my father's name, but thankfully one of the passport officials canceled it for me. So that was really kind. And if you're ever watching this video, thank you. I appreciate what you did for me. After filling in the form, I went inside 7 a.m. and there are two official steps you have to pass through before filling in or before getting your thumbprint and writing your name and taking your passport official ID and taking the official ID for your passport. Now, the first step is to pass through the immigration officers. You're gonna sit for a while. So we left sitting for I think 2 hours from 7, 8, 9 a.m. And then we went to the first immigration officer desk. The decks, they're like, there is a lot, they have a lot of decks, but in a way, they're, I don't know how to say it, but they're divided. And you can be on the other side and you have no idea what your friend is doing on the other side. Now, the immigration officer that I went to, he looked at my birth certificate, he looked at the passport application form, and he gave me the green check. Now, they carry out people inside, and I had to wait again. We waited close to like an hour, and then the next person called us in. I was number 31. No, 33. I can't believe I'm already forgetting. So I was number 33, and I went there. He asked me some questions. The second immigration officer now, he asked me some questions in order to prove that I am the one who wrote the things down, and I actually know myself, and I actually know where my mom lives, I know where my dad lives, and all those things to prove that I'm actually a Liberian who lives in Liberia. So I answered the questions, and he approved my paper as well. Everything went smoothly. And then after that, they took our papers inside. Sorry, I said 2 steps. I made an error. It's actually 3 steps. So after they carried our papers inside, we waited a while and then they called us in. It took time because they have the express and they have the express ordinary and then they have the ordinary. Now the ordinary cost 40 USD and the express cost 80 USD. Now the difference is simple. Express people can get their passport in a day and ordinary people can get their passport in a week. So if you're actually getting a passport because you're rushing to do something, you can get the express passport. But mind you, if you pay your $80 and you actually went there late, you're gonna wait for a week, or maybe 2 or 3 days. And that is gonna defeat the whole purpose of getting your passport in a day. Don't you think so? So when they called us in, we went there, we stood on the line, and then we paid our money to the bank. They have a little bank inside the foreign ministry. We paid our money, and then we had to sit again. We had to sit again to wait. A lot of people sitting, like they'll call this number, they call the other number. It was a long process. I got to the foreign ministry 7 a.m. and I left, I think, 4 to 5 p.m. I'm just trying to let you all know that it is not really as easy as people think or as easy as people would like to believe. So I went through the whole process. Finally, they called my name. I took my They took my ID. I did my fingerprints, so I'm officially in the system. If I commit a crime, they can track me down. If I commit a crime, they can track me down and put me in handcuffs. Like, woo! Sorry, I'm just really excited that I have a passport now that I get to visit different countries. Well, not like a passport was holding me back. Finance, yes, it's still holding me back, but at least I have taken the step to get a passport. So I paid 40 USD for the passport, and they gave me a receipt. The bank receipt. The lady wrote the time and the date that I should get there for my passport. Now you would think that after going through all this process, maybe when you get there, they're just gonna hand your passport to you, but that's a lie. I got there after a week, and I had to sit again. That thing made me vex. I had to sit. I think close to an hour before they came out with the passport. And when I heard my name, man, it felt so good because when I was getting my birth certificate, it was such a long process. It was hard and it was hurtful because I am mixed. Liberian Senegalese. My dad is from Senegal, so they wanted oath of allegiance. They wanted me to go to the court, and it was just such a hard process. And I felt like, I wake up every day and I try so hard to showcase Liberia, and there are other people getting passports, and me, I'm not able to get a passport or I'm not able to get a birth certificate. So it was really hurtful, but I understood the process and I decided to follow the proper measures. So your girl has a passport now. Finally, 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 finally. Now, let me give you some tips that one of the people at the passport place gave us. So if you have a child and you're the one going there to do the passport, you have to be a parent. Auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa, you cannot carry someone's child to get a passport for them unless both of their parents are dead. And in order to prove that both of their parents are dead, you have to show the death certificates. You getting me? And if you're the mom and you're going to get a passport for your child, you have to prove that the dad is away. If you're a dad, vice versa. And also, if you're going to renew your passport, you'll need to go with the old passport, or you can scan it. It can be on your phone, and then you go there. You'll just be going through the same process that I just talked about. So you would think that maybe I'm going to renew my passport. Yeah, carry it. Yeah, give me a new one. That's not it. You have to fill in the application form. You have to carry your old passport or a scanned version, and you have to show it to them to prove that you had a passport indeed. Also, let's just say, for instance, I got married and my name changed from Lauretta Birane to say Lauretta Birane Nangwe, right? Let's just say Lauretta Nangwe. And then I got divorced. If I'm going for a passport renewal and I want to put Lauretta Cisse, I have to carry my divorce papers to prove that I am no longer with Mr. Nangwe. Hence, I want to change my name back to Lauretta Cisse. Or if I got married, I have to show my marriage certificate and I have to show my divorce papers. If not, you're going to waste your time at the ministry. These are some of the steps that they were giving us. And also make sure that when the boys are filling your application form, that you look glare. That Birane say, Make sure you look at it, look at what they're doing, look at the spelling, because it's very, very crucial to getting your passport. And once again, I would like to say, like any other country or based in Liberia and some of the scandals that have come up, you have other nationalities using the corrupt means in order to get a passport in Liberia, which is bad. That has happened. But for me, it was not easy to get a passport in Liberia. So is Liberia the easiest country to get a passport in West Africa? I don't know, because it was not easy for me. Based on my experience, I would say a big no, because I went through a lot to get a passport in Liberia. So it is not as easy as people make it seem. Are there people who pay money or try to go through corrupt means? Yeah, yeah, I think so. But it is not as easy as people make it look online. If you're a Liberian in the diaspora and you're trying to get your passport, you are allowed to pay 160 USD. Now, there is the website. Just go online, type in Liberia application process, Liberia passport application process, and you're going to get all the information you need. If anything, I'm going to leave in the description box and you can find out how you can be in the diaspora and get a passport in Liberia. For my Liberians in Liberia, this is how you can get your ordinary passport. We don't want to 40 lot people, we don't want express, we're not going anywhere quick. So we want our ordinary passport. And I wish you all the luck that nothing gets stuck with your paper and that you do amazing. Now that I'm holding my passport, I can visit 21 countries that Liberia is visa free. My ECOWAS passport is So thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you all for being so amazing. If you're new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn the notifications bell. Now I gotta tell y'all how the no, I already told y'all, but I gotta show y'all how the passport looks. Wait for me 1 minute. And just like that, I'm back. And this is the passport. This is my passport. Okay, so this is the cover. I got this cover for 300, no, 250 LD. And yeah, this is how it's like. When you just open the passport, the first thing you'll see is the government of the Republic of Liberia requests all those who may consent to allow the bearer to pass freely without let or hindrance and to afford the bearer such assistance and protection as may be necessary. That's from the government of Liberia, my government, and that's in period. Love y'all. Bye bye.